Good morning to all. Today I am going to explain a new term which is frustum. So let me explain what is frustum. When a cone is cut by a plane parallel to the base of the cone, then the portion between the plane and the base is called the frustum of the cone. Let me explain through figure. You can see this figure. This is the bigger cone. When we cut this cone by plane RS parallel to PQ, then the portion between RS and PQ is known as frustum. Now let R1, H1 and L1 be the radius of base, height and slant height of the larger cone respectively, and also let R2, H2 and L2 be the radius, height and slant height of smaller cone respectively, and let L and H be the slant height and height of the frustum. So question is, derive the formula for curved surface area and total surface area of the frustum of a cone given in to you in section 13.5 using the symbols as explained. So here is the solution. Curved surface area of the frustum RPQS. You can see RPQS equal to curved surface area of right circular cone OPQ minus curved surface area of right circular cone ORS. It means we are subtracting the curved surface area of smaller cone from the curved surface area of larger cone. We will put the formula equal to pi R1 L1 minus pi R2 L2, equation number first. Now since triangle OC1Q and OC2S, OC1Q and OC2S are similar triangles, therefore OQ upon OS equal to QC1 upon SC2 equal to OC1 upon OC2. This is because in similar triangles the ratio of corresponding sides are equal. This is the property of similar triangle. So that is L1 upon L2 equal to R1 upon R2 equal to H1 upon H2. Now we will split L1 as L plus L2, because from the figure L1 equal to L plus L2. It's given in the figure. You can see. So this implies that L1 plus L2 upon L2 equal to R1 upon R2. Now we divide by L2 one by one. Here comes L upon L2. Here comes plus L2 upon L2. It means 1 equal to R1 upon R2. Now we will transfer 1 to this side. It comes L1 upon L2 equal to R1 upon R2 minus 1. Again we will transfer L2 to this side. So it comes L equal to R1 upon R2 minus 1 into L2. We'll simplify this. It comes R1 minus R2 upon R2 into L2. This is the equation number 2. Putting the value of L1 in terms of R1, R2 and L2 in equation number first, we get curved surface area of the frustum equal to pi R1. We have replaced L1 by R1 upon R2 into L2. So it comes pi R1 into R1 upon R2 into L2 by minus pi R2 L2. We can take common here pi. Here comes R1 square upon R2 minus R2 into L2. Again here comes pi equal to R1 square minus R2 square upon R2 into L2. We can split this with the formula of a square minus b square. It comes a plus b, a minus b. So here comes pi into R1 plus R2 into R1 minus R2 upon R2 into L2. Now this whole term will be replaced by L because already shown in equation number 2. So it comes equal to pi into R1 plus R2 into L. Why? Because this whole term is equal to L from equation number 2. Therefore, CSA of first term means curved surface area of first term equal to pi into R1 plus R2 into L. Therefore, total surface area of the first term equal to curved surface area of first term plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. We will put the formula equal to pi into R1 plus R2 into L plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. We can take common pi. Here comes pi into R1 plus R2 into L plus R1 square plus R2 square. Therefore, TS8 means total surface area of first term equal to pi into R1 plus R2 into L plus R1 square plus R2 square. This is the formula of total surface area of the first term. Thank you.